Hey,
Hi.
so growing up, right, I've always watched a lot of TV, and I thought that anyone that spoke English, and it was all universal, and it was all the same. But yes, that's right.
We thought the same thing.
But eventually, I came to learn that American English was very different to standard English. So I wanted to go through a few of the things I got confused with as a child, like very confused with. And the first thing that confused me completely, was when I heard Americans say, yeah, I heard the Americans say things like, oh, he hasn't got any pants on. And it took me a while to realise that pants is what we'd call trousers over here. But what we would call pants would be underwear. So when someone says he hasn't got pants on, I thought they meant he hasn't got knickers on, or he hasn't got boxer shorts on, or something like that. Was
Which
it like
can
that?
be funny and confusing.
What about in Bulgaria? Did you hear that same one in Bulgaria at all?
I don't know. I think we hear both. We hear a mixture because I think from movies we have a lot of American movies. But I think when we learn English in school, it's more British English. So I don't know if I've noticed the difference, but the one that really confused me is crisps and chips.
Ah, yes, crisps and chips.
I think you've corrected me quite a few times when I first came to the UK.
Yeah, well, I don't want to say the word corrected because I guess there is no right or wrong, but I guess if you're in the UK.
In the UK, yeah.
Chips. Or what about soccer? Yeah,
Oh yeah,
football.
football.
That's-
That I actually thought that this was a completely different game, to be honest.
You thought there were two different games?
Yeah, until I came here, and obviously I think, for some reason I guess British people speak about soccer more. I realized that it's the same game as football, but in Bulgaria we call it football as well.
You thought, right.
Yeah,
Right.
so it's like, what's soccer? I thought I knew it involved the ball, but I just didn't realize it's actually the same sport.
So what would you call American football then in Bulgaria?
What's American football?
American football is when they have the oblong ball like rugby, and I guess you've never watched a match. I've never watched a match, but I guess to someone who doesn't know, it would just look like rugby.
Yeah.
You not seen it before? American football? No.
I probably have, but a long time ago, and I don't remember. I'm sorry. I
Well-
don't want to say something silly.
They call that football, and they'd call
Okay.
it soccer. Or one that used to get me growing up was where you watch the American movies and they'd say things like, yeah, I'm really hoping to go to college, or oh, I got into college, I'm going to college next year.
Oh yeah, that's very confusing.
Here it's school or high school, then you got sixth form or college, and then university. But they would call what we call college university.
Yes.
So that confused me as a kid growing up. Like, why are they so excited to get into a college? And why is it so expensive to go to college? Because we have it for free under a certain age. So that was a big one.
That's a big one. As we're on the subject about food, what about biscuits and cookie?
Oh,
I thought that a cookie is a type of a biscuit because there's a variety of biscuits, and
Yeah.
that's why it's like biscuit is the mother, and everything else flows down underneath a biscuit. There's a milk biscuit, cow biscuit, which is probably the same biscuit,
and then cookies as
and
well.
then cookies. You don't call all biscuits cookies because they don't all taste like cookies.
So what if there's any Americans watching then? So what do you call cookies? Chocolate chip cookies. Do you have to say the whole thing? Chocolate chip cookies for a cookie. Yeah, and not biscuit. Or there's gas for petrol. That's another thing. So Americans call petrol gas. So what happens when you actually go and put gas into your car? That is like actual gas or LPG. What do you call that? Because I know that I guess gas is a derivation or short form of gasoline.
Yeah.
Right. So what's wrong with petrol? And then you can call gas, like the gas that comes to your house. I thought that people put gas that comes into your house into cars as well growing up.
Yeah.
It's a bit different, isn't it?
It is a bit different.
And candy. Back to your food one. Candy and chocolate.
Oh yeah, candy and chocolate. I mean, yeah, yeah. I don't understand that. It's almost like it had to be different. So, I mean, candy sounds like a nice, delicious word, but it is chocolate. Is chocolate. It's like everywhere around the world is chocolate.
Yes. What do you? Yeah. My impression of candy are those. I might put a picture up. Those umbrella candy sticks.
Yeah, candy cane.
That's what I know as candy cane. That's what I know as candy. You don't call chocolate candy.
No.
So that's different, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so as someone who has lived with different people during my university years, I would call them my flatmates because we would usually live in a house or a flat, so housemates or flatmates. But in America, they're roommates, even though they're not sharing a room.
That's a good one. That always confused me as well growing up. You hear them on TV saying, "Yeah, me and my roommates," and I think they're sharing a room. Why not share a flat like we do in the UK, or share a house? Why do you have to share a room?
Or are they actually sharing a room? And if they are sharing a room, how do they differentiate between the people that they share a room with and the people that they share a flat with?
I don't think they share a room full stuff actually.
Well, I'm sure they. Okay, I'm sure.
Actually, that's true. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's the point. When you do get people who actually do share rooms, because I'm sure they do exist, yeah, what do they say when they go out? My roommate?
My shroommate.
Shroommate?
From share a room, mate.
Okay. You can patent that one.
Yeah.
One thing that I, as a kid, I really did not understand, but I understand it now, is where you get someone saying, or you get a female who would say, "Yeah, my girlfriend's coming around later on, and we're gonna have a good time." That's my American accent. I thought, well, they're very open about their lesbian relationships, aren't they? But it was only later on that I realised that any female would be called a girlfriend. But in the UK, I suppose, as your kids growing up, if you say my girlfriend, you mean my partner, or my
like a romantic
relationship. But I just didn't realise that girlfriend was a friend who's a girl, which is logical. So I'll give the Americans that one. But,
maybe we should just invent a whole new third word that we both can use.
Yeah, our own code language.
Yeah, like roommate.
Do you have any more, Ellie? No?
No, she agrees with all of them.
She agrees? And then with that, I think we'll call it a day.
Yep.
Any more words that we... Sorry. Yeah? Bye? Okay. Bye.
Bye.